Yo, what's cracking, people? What's up with it? Monday night, and you already know what it is. I've got my music in the background. I've got my Cavassier. Ooh, it's the lady. What's cracking, everybody, man? Look, you guys know I'm like king of the last minute, right? And somehow all my life I've been like this, and most of the time it works out for me. I'm super ecstatic right now, so happy. I was trying to make video after video today when I realized that I just can't do it and get some educational stuff done at the same time. This music is a little vibe, though. I like this. I'm trying to vibe a little bit. Yeah. You have now entered the quiet storm. The quiet storm with the biz. What's cracking, everybody, man? Look, yo, listen. Let me thank everybody who's in here right now, man. Right now, let me thank everybody. Let's see, first to come in, Elizabeth, Florida Fish Rescue. What's cracking? Thank you for coming through. Liquid Zoo, happy to have a wrench. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. My man Steve, Warrior Planet. If you didn't check out his premiere, it was right at 8 o'clock Central Time. He's a hell of a vlogger, man, and he is bike. If you ever thought anything would hold him down, he is back with a vengeance. He's back and show you exactly what he can do. Steve, I appreciate you, bro. Well, Vina Fish Clan, that's Melly Mel on the Relly Rel. Thank you for coming through, Bunny Viper. Right there, Jay Wiggity. Jay Wiggity in the spot. And that's Danny Weshy, aka DW, aka Glass Box Hero. Don't ever miss him on Saturday. And me at 8 p.m. Mostly him, because I just now had to show back up. But we there in the Matrix. Danny Weshy, 8 p.m. Glassbox Hero is the channel. Toski, thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. LC, my man, what's cracking, man? It's almost the end of that year for you, kid. Thank you for coming through. I might have you come up and share a little piece of something for my students. Mexicali, had fun with you on Aquafunk's live stream Saturday after the Matrix with Glassbox Hero. Make sure you guys get on that. That's 9 p.m. Central Time. I was on there and we were trying to give Mexicali the business, but he held his own. Straight up, Mexicali, good stuff, man. Team Rain always is supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Wayne's Aquatics, appreciate you for coming through. Caged Aquatics, thank you for coming through. Big J Fishkeeper, long time no see. What's cracking? Thank you for coming through, man. Appreciate you. P Hard, Patrick Hardy is up in this thing. Appreciate you. Look at this guy. Got a sick person scheduled to go live 10 after the hour. Yes, because I know my lateness. Fool, you got to know yourself. Gina, I want you to come up here too and share some wisdom. Zoo, we gonna fight. They already going at it. Vibes, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Misfit, Reptiles, and Aquatics, I want you up here too. All right, I'm gonna shoot out the link. I want all you guys up here to give my students a little piece of wisdom in fish keeping. Now remember, they just started. They're just beginners. Some of them are way more beginning than I thought, and I'll talk to you guys about that shortly. S. Dot in the spot was cracking. Thank you for coming. Rico, Rico, Riko. He's in the place. Rico, if you want to come up, man, um, definitely come up. All right. Uh, Anybody, man, that wants to share some wisdom, and I hope Mozzie comes through, man. They really they've really been a big part of this too. Looney Tunes was cracking. Always a pleasure seeing you. Um, yeah, Gina. Yes, you are. Don't sell yourself short. Bring that little face up here and talk fish real quick for a hot second. All right, and I'm down here at the end. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate you. First off, let me start off by giving you guys some um, mom update. Just getting back from the rehab center, which is nothing but 12 minutes away from my house. Thank God for that. We got her out of that hellhole, and she has been in this new spot for about 4 days now. Memory is still is eluding her, but it gets better. You know, if she goes to sleep and wakes up for refreshed, she kind of knows where she is, but she's never forgotten her family members that have been there. So she always knows us by name. That's not a problem there. It's just sometimes she thinks he's at home, and we're like, nah, ma, if you look around here, you're not at home. Like, yo. But she's at a better place. She's got people that are coming in on her. They love her. And she's getting the care that she needs as far as physical therapy on her arms and legs. So that is a big load off for me. Just going back and forth and having to deal with most of my family members, most everybody that I call family being in the hospital, just going back and forth is nuts, man. But doing better, so that puts me in a better mood. Next, thank everybody, man, who contributed, man. I really appreciate you all. Whether you gave me whether you gave me items and equipment, whether you gave me donations and money, contributed any other way. I really appreciate you all, man. These students, they just took to it. They really did. They really did. And I have mostly females that are grabbing tanks. Most of the males are like, man, I don't want to take on no more responsibility or nothing like that. But a couple are interested. So I am. It's been. Today was fun. Today was fun to see them skate their tanks with even the little stuff that I had. A lot of that came from Kim Paris. I really appreciate you. They really took to your decor, those pretty rocks that you gave in the cylinder. I don't know if you're watching or not right now, but I really appreciate you for that. All of the decorations, they were taking 2 and 3 different types of plants. And we're talking about the plastic plants. Now, for those of you guys that were here talking about, give them some real plants, and I was hesitant because of I didn't want to get them jumped all the way in and have stuff die. And a lot of you guys were like, but that's part of the hobby. But you learn that getting into the hobby gradually. I didn't want to just throw it at them. I still didn't want to throw it at them, but you guys, a lot of y'all insisted. So I received quite a few plants from Holly, one of the elder members of Mozzie. Just gave me hella pothos and a lot of other greenery, and just told me these work with easy light, low light, this, that, and the third. Let them do it, let them have it, it'll work, this, that, and the other. I have no choice unless I wanted to have just planted tanks all over my house. So the two ladies received some pothos. I don't even know what the other little plant was called. I actually still have that. I want to make sure I know what it's called so I can give them a name in case they want to look it up. Alexander Goslin, thank you for coming in. Yes, that is my albino Senegal Birscher, biker, whatever you want to call it. I love him. His name's Falcor. Yeah. So, and then Danny Weshy met me, and everybody knows how insistent Danny Weshy is. If he wants to do it, he definitely wants to do it. But he definitely wanted to also contribute to the students, and his contribution was Java fern attached to some rock. So he gave it to me. It was like, no questions asked here. Just take it. I promise you. Let them just put it in. They can put it in there as a decoration. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. They love the Java fern. Some of them, the two that left, took two of them. It's supposed to be like one for each kid. So they took two of them, and they were scaping their tanks, y'all. And it was exciting, man. It was really exciting to see them. I want that rock. I want this plant. That's my plant. I wanted that. And they just laid it out. They better than I could. Like, I just don't even think about it. I just throw stuff in there like whatever. They had everything in its place, wanted it right there. Hey, Ms. Gart, don't let nobody touch my tank or my stuff or none of that until I take it home. All of that. I'm just like, oh my goodness. All right, okay, y'all are a trip. I have a video on that. So what I did was I gave them all their tanks, and I gave them my strict instructions on how to set up the tank ready to introduce fish as soon as you set it up. The only part that I did, that they're not going to go through is the waiting to cycle, since I did give a little foot 7, and I also gave them dirty water from my sponge filters that are already in the classroom. So they're going to do that and end up cycling their tank really well. No LC. I don't need no dwarf sage. I don't even know. I think what she gave me some. I don't know if that was sage or moss or whatever. I don't know what that was that he gave me. They were going to take that. I forgot to take it out. He gave that to me. So, John French also be covered in beneficial bacteria. Okay, so good. So, yes. So they won't have to wait for the weeks to a month to have their tank cycle. So that is there. They receive some specialized fish food. Told them only 2 or 3 granules a day or every other day. I put on my instructions every other day, just so they just don't overfeed. And I also let them know that they are going to look like they want to eat every single time. Now, I've been checking my email for Hillbilly Aquatics. He said that he can overnight the bettas to me. So I've asked for him. I asked for them either yesterday or today to see if he will overnight them. So I'm waiting on him to either get back to me. If not, Steve Coxton from Mozzie gave me 10 Danios, 10 leopard Danios. We can definitely get those in the mix. If I have to, I'll go snag up some guppies or something like that. I know a lot of you guys will probably want to give maybe some fish or something like that. So I am still open to whatever. And if you still would like to donate to that cause, I will put my ticker up again. Please do not do it through YouTube. It will not get to me soon enough to get it to them. I am talking about tomorrow. I'm planning on having most of those tanks go, and then definitely Wednesday, because Thursday is the very last day of school. But we have half days. So starting tomorrow, we have half days. So I might not see the students that I want to give their stuff to until Thursday, unless they just come to my room, which I'm hoping that they will do. So with that being said, That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So I have the 10 gallon. They have substrate. I went out and purchased more substrate today because they like the different colors. So I know you guys that like natural looks and all of that. Maybe they'll get into that later, but let's get them into whatever they're getting into. Uh, I had natural brown and I had a very dark blue. All that I received from Kim Paris is already there. So just in case was cracking. Um, so I they laid it out like that. They loved the blue, so I got a little more blue. I got some pink, I got some green, and I asked for white, so I got a bag of white. So I'll take that up to the school tomorrow and see if they would like to scape it a little bit more. Um, I did not get any more fake plant decor. I kind of feel like now that I got all that real plant, might as well just toss it in, man, and see if it works. But just the pothos and the Java fern for right now is where I'm looking at. I do still have a couple more things that they can do for decor that I received from Mozzie. They have their conditioner and they have this. Bro, the Starry Night, he's gonna have to go, man. He is a bully. Well, he has a I don't know. No one really pays him any mind, but he is super forceful when he thinks it's time to eat, and he just moves people out of the way. But like he's the one. This one's okay. The other one, I don't know about him. But I knew that it was going to be borrowed time that what they were on in the 75 gallon, so I might have to move him by himself somewhere. But they have a bottle of water conditioner. They have bottle of food. They have a thermometer, digital, just like this. They put it on the Fahrenheit side. That's all in the instructions. They have a sponge filter. They've got the tubing that goes to the airline. They know to make a drip loop. I made sure that they plugged everything in to make sure that it works. They have everything except for a top. I even have them a light, which is oh crap! I left them all at the school. I went to Dollar Tree and got them a light. It's a small desktop light with an LED about that size, and when you turn it on, it actually illuminates really nicely. It takes 3 AA batteries, um, and it's small. Really, I was hoping that I would have tops for them, tops for the tanks, and they can actually sit that lamp on the top, and it illuminate and at least give them a luminescence of the tank once they finish it. When they set up their tanks, they were doing the water just perfect. I told them to put a cup in the middle of the tank, pour the water in the cup, let the cup overflow so it could break, so it won't dust up and debris up. They came up with clear water tanks ready to go, and they followed it to the T, and it was great. It was really great. It was a good day, you guys. It was a good day. Yes, Gina. It was a damn good day. Yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm definitely happy. So, I'm doing this live stream so that I can have people in the fish keeping hobby who have been in the fish keeping hobby to give a single piece of good information that a beginner might need. The 4 young ladies that were setting their tanks up, everything like they got it right. They were all for it. They are. I know they're gonna watch this, so I don't want to say. They know who they are. The other 2 ladies, they didn't even know which way to put the sponge filter. I'll take that back. 2 of the young ladies out of the 6 today didn't know which way the sponge filter was supposed to go, and it's the dual sponge filter that has the jet that comes out. So normally that jet is up and it shoots out into the tank this way. They were putting it down, so they changed it around. Um, they didn't know what the air pump was. They didn't know what the tubing was. So, but they didn't read the directions, right? So the instructions tell them exactly what everything is. And they were just so quick to just kind of look at the tank that had been finished by the previous class and just try to emulate that, which they normally do. But I said, listen, you gotta read. It's not that much, but you gotta read. You gotta make sure that you don't overfeed. You gotta make sure that you don't use too much of this or too less of that. Like, come on, man. What are y'all talking about? What up, new local Austin? If you want to come up here, this will be up. Oh, Patrick. Oh man, it's right here on the ticker. It's just fishybizaquatics@gmail.com for PayPal. Okay, LC. Aquafunk is also making a 10-gallon setup video. I'm not sure if it'll be better than his. So there you go. But enough of that. I am about to put up my invite StreamYard link for the chat to come in and share a couple of words of wisdom to the students. Let's see who could get in here. I got your little plant boy. Aqua and Danny are going at it. Just in case. Yo, what's cracking? I think Funk and Aqua need to escape off. Uh-oh. I don't know about that one. I don't know where my money is on that one. I think it's going to lean more toward Danny. Battle of the Tanks with Aquafunk and LC. Look, LC, everybody want a piece of Aquafunk. Look at this. After Danny gets finished with you, LC wants a part. That's crazy. All right, well, the link is out there. It's right here. Okay, I got you, Patrick. Should I hope on? You can hope all you want. Hop on. You can definitely do that, LC. Oh, Warrior Planet wants some of that escape off too. I don't know if you guys were in his stream. He's got some stuff. He's got some stuff brewing over there. Oh my god! Hey, if you guys do the escape off, I would love to host it. Just we'll hop on here and you guys get your escape on. Put one in chat if you want to escape off. Hey man, that's my line. What will escape off bring? Who knows what's going to happen to escape off?
Hey, Bobby, you stay so good, make me want to smack your mama. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Sorry about the reaction. Sorry. Okay. Hey.
Somebody put two. How did I know this guy was going to be the first one? Winner takes on Biz. What? That's not.
Hey, first of all, let me tell everybody out there, y'all know I got skills. I just don't flaunt it. Y'all keep sleeping on me. A lot of people already learned. Don't sleep on funk. But that's putting
what up, Funky?
Danny West, you know what you can do with your plants, right? But listen,
whoa, shots fired.
on a real though, that leads me to what I wanted to tell your kids. All right.
What up, Joe?
it's good to do research. It is. If you go on YouTube, every dang on fish tuber out there is going to say, do your research. That's fine and good. You know what I'm saying, for baseline information. But ultimately, you got to pay attention to your own tank. You the expert of your own tank. You can ask all these people these questions, but they ain't going to be at your house, all right? So look at your fish. See what they do, how they do it, when they do it. You know, that way, whenever you have a situation, you could see if some of the information that these people apply to your fish. You're going to be the expert of your tank. Yeah, they might have had they have a lot of experience, and you should take that into consideration. But at the end of the day, they're your tank, they're your fish, they're your responsibility. It's your money. So pay attention to your fish and how they react to different situations. Study your fish as if you were a scientist in the field without any computers. They just observe it. That's the best way to learn, is to try new stuff and figure out for yourself what the answer is. You know, that's my only thing. I can tell you, specs of all kinds of stuff, but it's your tank. Only you there. What? You're calling
is on the main stage.
But
everybody is agreeing with a 1,000%. That is absolutely right. Don't take anybody else's word for it, man. People get on YouTube and think that their word is the gospel. Yeah. They'll go back and forth and tell you everything.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm saying most of the time. So don't watch my channel thinking you're going to learn something. I'll be surprised at myself. I'll be editing. I say, I can't believe I said that. What does that mean? I don't even know. So read up. But apply that stuff to your tank and see if it see if it works out for you. That's my only thing. That's my only thing I only tell them.
One of my mods put up Aquafunk's stream so that they can go to his channel and link up. Listen up, kiddos. Aquafunk is funny most of the time, but he does spit some real stuff, especially in his videos. But he brings it to you in a whimsical way. And
I make everything up. I make it all up.
This dude right here. So it's Aquafunk at YouTube, y'all.
I be putting thumbs down on my own channel. Leaving myself bad comments. I troll myself. I feel LC. You know what, LC? You know what? What time is it? What time? Isn't it time for bed or something like that? You only got about one more week of school, or you're gonna just be tired for the last week of school, huh?
That's right. That's right.
What's that say? Do you guys
do salt or all fresh?
I used to do salt
fresh right now, but I'm doing a salt.
I used to do salt. I started out with salt before I started with fresh. I just Aquafunk. When you get me all turned up.
What's up, Glitch? I ain't seen Glitch in a minute. What up, Glitch?
Glitch over there. I ain't even gonna tell you what Glitch been doing. Last time I talked to Glitch, I thought she was gonna get arrested.
Only the world knows. she ain't scared to get arrested.
Hey, let me know if you got somebody else backstage. Y'all don't be shy. Don't be shy. The whole
hey, man, for the kids, man.
Whole chat full of YouTubers. Everybody want to be shy.
Jump up, man.
Huh? Who's up there? Let me know when somebody's up there.
I will.
And Liquid Zoo, you get it too. I ain't scared of you.
Hashtag F the kids.
F them kids, man. Does your students know what that is so that they don't think I'm talking bad about them?
They do, because at first when I said it, they was like, dang, for real? I was like,
F them kids. You don't know how many times I heard that saying. Hey, the kids are hungry. Man, F them kids, man. At least that's what it means in my house.
Right.
Put it in my house. Ooh, little. Put me on, coach. Well, hop up here.
I am putting the link in the. Just click the link and come on up.
Yeah, just click on the link so I can hop off. Warrior Planet Tank Steve, yo, he puts stuff in ways that you could understand. He puts complicated stuff like plant stuff in ways that you could understand it.
He also has a different Southern vernacular that you guys might not be used to.
He might drop some choice words and phrases that might get somebody canceled.
That they all use. I've been videoing in the classroom. I was like, hey, man, can you watch your mouth, man? It's going to be on YouTube. Oh, man, my bad.
When Steve's around, there's always a chance somebody going to get canceled. like it wouldn't surprise us. Like, hey, Steve's channel got shut down. I'm just saying. YouTube shut his channel down. What happened? He said something. You right. He probably did. Put me in, man. Look at this guy. He gonna be standing there with a fern and stuff, with a fern next to him.
And them kids took almost all his ferns. It's only the 2 kids. It's crazy.
Hey, if he want to pay for it and offer them up, hey, God bless you. But when they die, and ammonia spike up, and their kids be crying,
It's crazy. Are the kids on the stream? I don't know. They sometimes they lurk. I know I've had a few of them lurk. They might pop in. But I am definitely going to show this stream in class so that they can get these words of wisdom. If you guys come in with words of wisdom.
I know. Everybody got something to say in the chat, but don't nobody want. Come on, stop being scared.
Yeah, come on up here, man, because they're not
It's
going
only YouTube.
They're not going to watch a whole hour of me. They already get that at the school.
Don't be scared. It's only YouTube. Anybody know that? Anybody know what I'm talking about?
How high?
Oh, Red Man.
They've got 3 days of school left. No homework. Ain't nothing but finals week.
Justin
Warriors on the way. Booyah! Yow!
Ew!
What's cracking?
All right, I'm out.
Peace.
Later.
I think you're muted, man. Okay. All right. I got Misfit back here too. But let's get your word of wisdom. We can't hear you still, Steve. You on mute.
Are you able to hear?
There we go.
All right. What's the business? What we got today?
You got it, man. So my students, I'm gonna show them this live stream, and I want to let them know that, man, it takes a village.
Yeah.
The village went ahead and came together and supported, contributed, brought items. I said this is not a non-expensive hobby. I mean, you can budget, yes, but for people to come out of their pocket, for people to come out of their tanks and their items and their equipment, I told them is all for you guys so that you guys get started. So we are giving a piece of wisdom to a beginning fish keeper so that my students can understand.
Okay.
It's on you.
I got you. So where do we start? I think I lost you there.
No, you're right. No, I put the camera on you so that you can give your wisdom.
Oh,
all right.
Cool.
Go ahead.
All right, shoot. Where do we start? It does take a village. I started when I was 9, and
Wait. Before you go into 9 years old,
Yeah.
we want you to give my high school students who are taking their tanks home
Tips.
a quick a tip.
Gotcha.
A tip. All
Like
right.
I said before, I
Okay.
was rudely interrupted. I don't see how y'all can be in this class. I had to get you.
You just
So,
turned 9 years old.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay,
So-
go.
Tips. I'm gonna piggyback on what Aquafunk said. Remember, it's your tank. At the end of the day, everybody has their own opinions, but science is science and facts are facts. If it's in black and white, you usually can't go wrong unless you go to college and get a degree and refute it. And that happens in biology all the time, as I'm sure y'all learn from your teacher. Plants. You got to have plants in your aquarium. Eventually, you guys will come to that point in the hobby where you understand that a fish tank is an ecosystem in a glass box. It's got parts, and the more parts that it has, the better chance of being successful. So, substrate, water, the fish themselves, plants. All those things do something to make that system what it is. It's life support, basically. So think of it as the hospital, right? Kind of graphic, but the ICU. You got the machine that beeps, the wires, the tubes, all that. That would be your filter, your lights, all your auxiliary equipment. That is your life support system. Don't treat your aquarium like a lamp and unplug it. I think one of the worst things that has ever happened to me is a wife or a girlfriend didn't like the noise, of the water running. They unplug it so they can sleep while I'm at work or gone somewhere, only for me to come home and I got fish gasping at the top of the tank for air, if not already dead, which is a good segue to go into my next thing. As long as y'all can be cognizant of the fact that fish are living creatures and they do have a shelf life, and you don't take it personally, but you learn from that experience, I think you'll be all right. I mean, that's just my euphemistic, nice way to say you lose fish sometimes. And it's nobody's fault. They just go. Now, your education, your knowledge in the hobby can help you mitigate losing fish from unnatural causes. But needless to say, let's just understand that anything in your aquarium that would be considered a community fish. So I'm not talking cichlids, I'm talking tetras, barbs, etc., all the small stuff. They're seasonal anyway. You're not going to get that long out of them. Most of these guys got a 36-month shelf life, and that's a senior citizen for some of these fish. They don't make it past breeding once in the wild, and that's if they get to that far. So don't take it personal if you lose fish. Drew, I don't know if you want me to tell you this, but they probably seen the video. I mean, I've called him freaking out about fish. Not really, I'm just trying to make you feel better. But he called me freaking out about fish, and it's not personal. Fixed them, good to go. Everybody has killed fish. I've killed a bazillion fish. It happens. Don't take it personal, and please don't let that discourage you. Use that as motivation, read books, figure out what you got to do. And that's pretty much it, man. It's your tank. Educate yourself, and don't be scared to ask questions. The only stupid question is the one that you never ask. Ask questions. Everybody got to crawl before they walk. So that's my grain of salt. Welcome to the hobby, and I hope y'all enjoy it. We're going to get y'all into plants real soon. That's what's important.
Right on, Steve. Appreciate it. That's Steve, Warrior Planet Tanks. If one of my mods could put his link up for my students to go ahead and check him out, I appreciate that. Steve, I got two people in the back. So
you are good, man.
We're going to pop them up. I appreciate you. First time viewer from Chicago, Chi-Town.
Right.
I'll be there for the Aquashella in October, my birthday month. Victoria Lee Creates. Appreciate you. Definitely gonna check you out and see what you got rocking. All right, appreciate that.
All right, Drew, I'm gonna jump out of here, man. Thank you for having me, and I'm just glad that this is coming to fruition, bro.
Man, I love
we
it.
about to do it. Like you, that's all you, G.
Man,
that's all you,
man. Appreciate it.
I got you in any capacity that you need me, though.
Right,
right.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna get this thing.
Ain't nothing to it. Y'all have a good night, man.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Next up, we got Misfit.
Hey, Mr. Biz.
What's cracking?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. Just hanging out. Got done cleaning tanks myself here at home.
That'll work. All right. My students will be watching because I'm going to make them. So let's get your tip or your word of wisdom for a beginning fish keeper.
Sounds good. Well, one of the biggest things I can stress is being open-minded across the board when it comes to fish keeping. There's 1.5 million ways to keep fish, and there's 1.5 million ways to do everything that requires to keep fish. Don't just stick with one way, because then eventually, in the long run, especially when you're trying to expand your hobby and you know where you're at, you're going to get stuck. And the more different variation of ways you're able to go about things, the more different theories you understand, the easier it's going to be. And that's one of the things that helped me most, is being as open-minded as I possibly can. And on that same note, don't just get your information from one place. There is thousands of websites. There's thousands of fish keepers. Talk to all of them. Talk to as many of them as you can. And put your own conclusion together. You know? And that's going to help you be even more well-rounded in the long run. Being open and willing to accept different pieces of information from people that might keep the same fish 2 different ways. You know what I mean? So it's always very valuable to take everybody's point of view into consideration. Besides that, kind of what Warrior was saying, he made a pretty good analogy about that, which is kind of similar to what I was taught in college I went to college for aquarium maintenance and setup. And what they explained it to me as a fish tank is sort of like a space shuttle with astronauts in it. Much like us, we go to space, we can't breathe. We can't do none of that. We have to bring the equipment to sustain that to be able to survive. And we have to provide that for our fish. So it's crucial. A lot of these pieces of equipment are crucial, but there's, you've got mechanical filtration, you've got sumps, you've got sponge filters. You got 1,000 ways to do everything there is when it comes to fish keeping.
For sure.
That's
good. That's a good point, man.
That's my biggest thing I can stress.
Outstanding. I like the astronaut analogy. Metaphors really work with the students, so I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's it, though. That's all I really wanted to share.
Oh, thanks a lot, Misfit, man. Appreciate you.
Not a problem, man.
All right, Misfit's link is up. Students, go and join Misfit's channel, man. He's got some great things. He also has some super live streams. And go check out Tanks. Check out Tanks. That's all I can tell you right now. Check out Tanks. Get on YouTube and check out Tanks. Even if you are researching your own information, which is the best way to do it. If you go check out Tanks, it'll give you some ideas and it'll keep you going, man. It'll keep you going. So definitely do that.
I did forget one thing.
Yep.
Find your flow. Find what works for you and run with it.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
That's it. Beautiful. Alrighty, I'll let whoever's next come up. I'll see you guys later. Thanks very much for having me up.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Not a problem.
Brother Brown Fly, this is the StreamYard link. All you have to do is click it and you too can come up. You don't just have to put your link in the chat. Come up and share it, everybody. It is Glassbox Hero himself, Danny Weshy. What's up? I feel like we're always around each other.
I know, right? I just saw you yesterday?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Daniel V. Appreciate you, bro.
So yes, I'm the guy that gave you guys all the Java Fern. I hope you guys enjoy it, and it's one for each of you. Share.
You're gonna have to bring some more.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bring some more.
Hey, I mean, seriously though, if you guys do well with the Java Fern, like I can get you guys some more plants.
And we work up. And there's plenty of people that'll plant you out. So yeah, get used to that. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Go ahead, Danny. Word of wisdom for these kiddos.
So I think the number one rule when it comes to fish keeping is patience. Don't try and just hurry up with everything. You know, the cycle takes time, and you'll learn to be patient with that. And, you know, Java Fern is a very slow growing plant. So you'll learn how, you know, that goes. And so just like, you got to be like really patient with everything and just, you know, take your time with it and just let nature take its course, because like, you know, Mother Nature knows best. When it really comes down to what we're trying to do in our little glass boxes is, you know, mimic nature outside. And so, you know, don't be afraid to, you know, put some leaves in your tank, and don't be afraid to do some, you know, different things and experiments and stuff, and just kind of let nature do what nature does best. And you end up seeing, like, you know, a couple little other creatures and stuff in your tank, don't freak out, because, you know, that's just kind of, you know, there's going to be a lot of really cool things that might pop out, you know, and, you know, you might just see a whole new perspective on life by just, you know, getting closer to your fish tanks. So, I mean, just like what Funk said earlier, just like really observe your tank and just get in there and watch it. And, you know, your tank, as you learn more about your tank will tell you what it needs to, you know, fix certain problems. But the number one thing that you just need to do as a fish keeper is just make sure that your fish have clean water. So, you know, keep up on your water changes, and just, you know, think about yourself. Like, you know, you take a shower every, you know, day, every other day, however often you take a shower, you know. So you want to keep yourself clean. Well, you know, you got to clean your fish tank too. So, you know, get in there, you know, scrub a little bit of the algae that's on the glass. Like I got on my tank back here, you know, I got to get a little bit of that algae out of there, and, you know, change the water. So there, that's about all I have to say.
Very good, Danny. You got. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, okay. You've got people that are praising Danny's the man. Yeah, way to go, Danny. I was gonna say what Danny goes, and then you've got Uncle Funk saying, "This dude, Plant Boy loves his job."
Right. I still want to pick on him. You know what, Funk? That's how it is. That's how it is.
He's right, but I still want to pick on him. I appreciate you, Danny, man. And, you know, Gina was like, did you guys hang out without me? I was like, no, we just kind of met up and just kind of did that. And that was it. You know, we're a throuple. We can't do anything without you.
Yep.
Appreciate you, Danny.
I do know where Biz lives now.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. I've got Joseph in the back. Joseph Tropical Tanks. So we're gonna say bye to Danny and bring him up. I appreciate you, bro. Come see me and Danny on Saturday at 8 p.m. We'll be tearing it down in the Matrix. Yeah. We'll have fun.
It's like what you say. It's best when it's wet.
Wait, what? Why don't say it like that though? Like, what's up?
Oh, that was a good one, Danny. Well, guys, it really is an honor. It's an honor to be up here with you. I really do. It's a big inspiration what you did when you gave those kids those tanks. I got to say that from the beginning. You know, God bless you for that, because you're giving the kids something to relax. You know, like the tank behind you, you could sit there, look there, and all of your troubles just, you know, vanish. Believe it or not, I pray at my fish tank. You know, because it's a peaceful time.
It's real. Hey, and you know
I'm
what?
sorry.
Let me piggyback onto that, and the reason why I really want a tank in every classroom, because students that have a mild ADD or mild ADHD, like
Yeah.
I still have my ADHD, and it really has gotten me through life. But until you grow up and
Yeah.
learn how to use it to your
Deal with
advantage, it's hard for you to focus. You don't like to sit down.
That's
You
right.
don't like right now. My legs are moving, but I'm super excited because of
Exactly.
all of this. But for them that don't know how to harness it, a lot of people take it as negative, and they try to medicate our students and stuff like that. But for something
Yeah.
mild, a fish tank, I'll tell my students, hey, go pick a fish and look at it for a second, focus on it, and then come back and let's see if we can't get our work done.
Exactly.
It works.
It works every time. It works every time. Every time I'm and I got my friend Lunatic Fringe here. Hey Chewy, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Every time I'm stressed, I run to my fish tank. You know, first I'll run to Jesus, but then I'll run to the fish tank.
For sure.
But I'm sorry because I don't have my tank in front of me. I have a 125 gallon. I used to have a 65 behind me, but my tank is downstairs because it's just way too big for a second level. But for those that don't know anything about my tank, you guys could, you know, go to my link and check out my 125 saltwater tank. My word of encouragement for your students is patience. And everything you do, patience.
Say that one more time. They need that. They need it twice.
And everything that you do, especially when you get inside of the hobby, patience. Take your time. It even once you start up the tank, you have to cycle it. So it'll take a couple of weeks. Just take your time. Don't just throw a fish in there. I did enough of that for you. I killed a whole bunch of fish, but that's what the hobby is about. It's living and learning, making that mistake. It is an expensive hobby, so just take it steady and slow. If you're going to do saltwater, I recommend going with a 1 or 2 clowns and some soft coral substrate. If you're going to do freshwater, go with some baby cichlids and go with a soft crushed coral in your tank, and just take it steady and slow. You guys have a great teacher behind you. So I know that he's going to show you guys a lot about the hobby, but don't rush into nothing. Just take it easy and enjoy the hobby. That's my word of encouragement for you guys.
Outstanding, Joseph. Thank you. Joseph's Tropical Tanks, you guys. We put
Welcome.
the link in there. Definitely check him out. You all has some powerful stuff, man. It's powerful stuff and some beautiful tanks. So definitely check him out. And I appreciate it, Joe. Thank you for coming up here, man.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to seeing you again in your live stream. It's an honor being up here with you.
Right on, man.
It really is.
Thank you.
God bless, brother.
All right. You take
Bye-bye.
it easy. All right.
You too.
Man, we got more rolling in, baby. We got Gina's Reef. We've been begging her to come up here. She made it up in here. Gina!
You don't have to beg me to come up. You just got to drop me a link.
I've been dropping links all night.
Yeah, but I wanted to give other people a chance. See what everybody else said. See if anybody had my answer. Or my tip.
Did anybody?
Nope.
And that's why you're here. Let me give you your solo layout. You ready?
Yeah.
Tip for the kids, and she's our first female. There are females in the hobby. All right.
Yeah.
And I love this because
don't let no man mansplain anything to you.
Six young ladies, go ahead and get their tanks together. Go ahead.
Don't let no man mansplain things to you. You have to throw Gina in the hot spot one of these days. Anyway, so I work at a pet store. I used to work at Petco. Now I work at a saltwater LFS. But the number one thing freshwater customers had problems with was lighting. Don't leave your lights on too long. If you don't have real plants, aim for 6 hours. If you do have real live plants in your tank, aim for like 8, no more than 10. I know Biz mentioned earlier that he really reiterated on not overfeeding, and that would definitely help with algae and algae blooms, but don't leave your lights on all day. And that being said, your lights don't have to match up with daytime, with real daytime. Just when you're home, when you're there to enjoy your tank, that's when your light should be on. Again, aim for 6 hours without plants, 8 to 10 hours with plants. Otherwise, your water's going to get literally going to be what's called an algae bloom. Your water is going to turn green. You're not even going to be able to see your fish. And then it's a whole fiasco to try to fix it. So, yes, lights. That's pretty much it.
Beautiful.
Some algae will happen. Algae will grow in the glass. You will have to scrub. Algae will happen, but you want to avoid algae blooms.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, Gina. Appreciate you. Gina is a St. Louis keeper, you guys. You'll see me, Gina, and Danny out and about. Once you guys get into this thing, we can take you to some places or send you some places where moms can take you to get some quality fish, plants, equipment, all of that stuff. So, and then you have a perfectly good community here on YouTube should you guys get into the YouTubing of things. So
yeah, if the girls want to reach out to me, Gina's Reef on Instagram, you can message me. I'll help out. Beautiful. Yep.
Outstanding.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Gina.
You're welcome.
Hippie John the Fisherman, thank you for coming through. Victoria Lee Creates is still in this thing. She must like us. I have to check out Victoria Lee when I get off of here. Jack and Dan is still up, and I haven't seen those guys in a minute. Jack and Dan, if you guys want to pop up, I'm shooting the link through. We are giving tips to my students who I am passing tanks, 10-gallon tanks off to, and all the setups to. So far, 6 of my young lady students have set up their tanks, and everybody is giving a tip or a word of wisdom to a beginner. So good to see you guys, Jack and Dan. LC, you are not in the waiting room because I don't see you at all. You must have pressed the wrong button again.
I just not entered the studio, probably on that pre-studio screen.
She got fire content, Biz, for sure. Check her out. So I will definitely check out Victoria Lee. Victoria, I know you're new to the chat. If you want to come up, you're always welcome. That's how we do it over here. It's a vibe, baby. It is a vibe. And it looks like LC finally hit the right button. So he's in the back.
Why are you going to kick me? What's happening?
You said what?
Do I have to leave or are you going to kick me? What's happening?
You can stay up if you want to. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sweet. We got company. We vibing. Hey. Monday night. Fishy Biz. Gina Reef. LC. In the background.
Live stream on Monday nights.
All right, let's get LC up here. The youngest in fish keeping out of everybody that's in the chat right now.
I do love being on stream nowadays. Hanging out on my couch? Heck yeah, I don't have to go anywhere.
What's good, everyone?
Hey,
LC, what's cracking, G?
What's good?
All right. I see the acne's coming in. You're a man now.
Don't call him out. Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
I'm turning 18 in 3 months. Give me a break.
There it is. Probably got hair on the peaches and everything. Got first hair on ball yesterday.
The big man on campus.
The big 1-8 man. And then wait, you're done with school, right?
Yeah, I think I have finals in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. All right. We got finals week this week, so you guys a little. All right, and then that's it. Then you're college bound, correct?
Well, no, I still have 1 more year. Then yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You're going into your senior year this year.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The seniors already left, so.
Well, so you're a senior now. You're big dog on campus now. Since the
Yeah, it's
juniors,
weird. It's so weird. God, it went by so fast.
I tell my students all the time. I said, you guys be doing all of this, and you're gonna wish you were back in here. And they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Then senior year, they was like, I can't believe I was a fresh. They come in my room and look at the freshmen's clown, and they just be like, now, were we like that? We were cooler than them, weren't we? No, you guys were jerks.
Yeah.
All right. You have a tip for the youngsters. You're the closest to their age. These are 14, 15, 16-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see what you got.
All right. So definitely watch a lot of documentaries, especially at this age, because as soon you just know the basics of fish keeping, you tend to find it more addicting, and you want to go deeper into the hobby. Like, for example, like watching documentaries on BBC, like Big Blue is a really good documentary to watch, and also know your medicine. So, like, in case your fish gets sick, look up the special antibiotics you want to get to your fish, because like diseases like ick and like all types of other diseases that you could possibly like look just by physically looking at your fish, you can know what disease it might has. Like for example, dropsy, the fish might be swimming weird, or like bladder disease. You can definitely tell just by asking or like looking up like physical descriptions of the fish and knowing those diseases. And plants, I'm not really sure if plants would be a good idea to get in this early in the fish hobby because I didn't get in I didn't get into plants for a long time starting because it takes a lot more knowledge and like knowing like how the nitrogen cycle works. You gotta be able to master that and having experience just doing like water changes a lot of the time and knowing how much to take out of your tank, especially, is a big deal. And just like every species you go by, just like learn species by species. Just go by one at a time. Don't go all the way in yet. Just go one at a time. Like once you want to get more tanks, it's up to your parents. But experience with different types of fish, different types of like species all over the world, and just be able to master like their pH, their which would like on average is like about 7, I believe, and just like the alkalinity, which like and like the hardness of the water, which is like how much like minerals are in the water. You got to be able to know that, and they have a lot of simple kits. It's like a PetSmart, like a Kickstart kit. You'd be able to test the pH and all that, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Quite a bit from LC, man. Thanks a lot, man. That's actually some great tips, bro. And that's coming from somebody that's just 2 years older than you. He immersed himself into the hobby a while back. This is something that he wanted to do. With you guys not knowing exactly if this is something that you want to do, definitely take it step by step. But when you do realize that you're going to be with us for a while, I mean, we've given you the keys to keep these fish alive through the summer and more. Once you see how much fun it is to have a fish and have it not die on you in 3 or 4 days where you just like forget it, you guys are going to really get into it. You guys are going to add stuff to tanks. You're going to learn more stuff and like research, and then taking good tips from people like LC and Gina, man. So really appreciate that, LC.
Bro, have your students like hit me up because I'll definitely answer them for sure.
We do have LC Aquatics' channel right here. Do you have another place to hit you up at?
Like Instagram?
I have a Discord and I have my email.
There you go.
Very nice. All right, so
I have a fish tubing Discord, so y'all want to hop on.
So put it in the chat when you get off so that we can so I can always put it, show that to them, and we will get cracking.
It's also in my description too. So.
Oh, okay, perfect. So go to LC Aquatics channel and sign up and rock with them.
Yeah.
Thanks, LC.
No problem.
Appreciate it, bro. Next in the back, we have my cousin, Brown Brother Fly. Let me tell you something about this guy. He's the one that introduced me to Art of Aquaria downtown St. Louis. Have you been yet, Gina?
Nope, I have not.
Okay, so that's our next spot. We might even get a chance to go with him. He knows everything about that. You hear that, Danny Weshy, if you're still up? We got to go to Art of Aquaria. He also had me go to Aqua World. That's also in the city. So he lives down there.
He might not go until you make him a mod. He's pretty bitter about it.
Who's that?
Danny.
Oh, boy, I wish I was a mod so I could share valuable links. Oh, my God. He cries so much about everything.
Just do it.
I got you, Danny. He has a 55-gallon in the most illustrious basement that I've ever been in. It is the most beautifulest man cave. He is in it right now, currently. 55-gallon community tank, and it's so much stuff in that community tank. I know that fish keepers will talk stuff, but it works. And when it works, what can you say, right? Then he set up a 55-gallon saltwater. You know what I'm saying? He was watching you on the live stream, and he saw some salt waters, yes, and then he was like, you know what, I want a salt water.
Oh my God.
And he set that joint up. So here he is, Brown Brother Fly, Uncle Turkey.
What
Hey,
up,
hey.
baby?
What's cracking, man?
Hey, what's up, Gina? How you doing?
What's up?
Yeah.
St. Louis versus everybody. St. Louis up here right now.
Everybody, baby. Hey, man, you know, I just be so happy seeing your streams, how you be reaching out to the community, especially the kids. You know, I know you're a big time family man like myself. You know, we do this for the family, we do it for the kids. So I just had to get on here, even though I don't have a whole lot to say, but I had to get on here to encourage you and talk to some of the kids. I'm probably one of the newest fish owners because I didn't start this till COVID. You know what I mean? This was my COVID hobby. Like you said, I was trying to enhance the man cave, right? So I was following you, and that's when I started my freshwater, right?
Yeah.
And the little piece of advice I shared earlier was, you know, I was doing this for aesthetics. You know, I just wanted to add to the ambiance of the place. And the tip that I added earlier was, you know, concentrate on getting your maintenance crew, like your snails and all those guys in there that's going to maintain the algae, maybe some algae eaters, and your decorations. I didn't start adding plants till later, you know, but I wanted to do something that was colorful, was going to look good under the blue light and all that fun stuff, you know. So I would come to you anytime I had any issues. It's like, okay, look, man, my water is not as clear as I want it to be, you know, so what should I do? And, you know, you would give me some advice. You know, I was one of the people, I was keeping my light on all night, you know, so it was like, okay. And then I was overfeeding a little bit. I was like, okay, so let me cut back on that. And sure enough, after a week, it cleared right on up. You know, I can't stress enough the patience that everybody was talking about earlier. You know, so I was focused on just the scenery. You know, I used the scenery to help me have that patience. And then once I got it together, like you said, I added some of everything in here, man. I got an elephant nose in here. I got some angelfish, some frogs. I got all kind of shit in this bug.
I love elephant nose. They're so cute.
Yeah, that's my wife's favorite one. We call them heifer.
It's definitely a vibe in the basement. When I saw his 55 gallons, I was like, bro, you got what? You got a bubble-eyed goldfish and a severum and a fire eel and an elephant nose and two Grammies and oh man, what you got in this tank?
Every time he came over, he was like, "Was that in here last time I was here?" I'm like, yeah.
3 African butterfly fish. You just putting whatever you want in this thing.
But you know, that kind of goes back to what Funk was saying earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's your tank. You monitor that joint, you know?
Yeah.
At the very beginning, I was telling you how the angelfish, they were laying eggs like crazy. Like every 2 weeks, they were laying eggs on this fake ass plant, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a fake plant. They lay the eggs all over it, and then they would eat them that same night. I'm like, what is going on with that? Why are you eating your own egg? They would fight the whole tank. Get everybody moved on one side. And then when I come back in the morning, they had eaten them up. You know what I'm saying? So
selfish.
For some reason,
if anybody gonna eat my babies, it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me. Right? But I don't know if my fish are like racist, right? Because like I got 2 black angelfish, and then I got 2 koi angelfish, and they always going at it. And I think it's like only one girl in there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. I don't think it's racist. I think they just want, you know, they want the girl for themselves, right? So they were doing a whole lot of fighting. So that's when I put the severum in. And it ain't been no more eggs after that. He been shutting it down.
I didn't mean to do that. How do I delete that? I can't. Somebody delete that. I meant to put Funk and put the other F word. I was like, Aquafunk is the angel guy. Yeah, any of my mods erase my. Can I erase? I can't even. I gotta put myself in timeout. Sorry, y'all.
But then, you know, after like a year and a half, I was like, man, I loved it. I started adding plants and all that good stuff. So that was just kind of enhancing it. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? We in the second year of COVID. Let's do a saltwater. So I started on my saltwater. You came over and helped me set it up. You remember, you know, I filled it up halfway. I put my rocks, my live rock and all that good stuff in there. And I started adding coral and all that. I mean, I really, really like plants. I have such a hard time finding saltwater plants. You know what I mean? Shoot, it don't exist anywhere I've looked so far. You know what I mean?
I got some for you.
Awesome. The coral do the job, though. I love the coral. I had no idea they were considered animals. They're like considered invertebrate animals. So I get a amoeba. I mean, not an amoeba. Anemone. Anemone. Okay. Put it in here. That mug walked from this rock and then went all the way over the other side over there until he got somewhere he was more comfortable. You know what I mean?
They won't.
Huh?
They do what they want.
They do what they want.
They do what they want.
But I went about the same approach with this one. You know, I set up my grounds crew. I got me some snails. I got me an urchin that's going to keep the algae down. I got me some cleaner shrimp and all that good stuff. And started adding the coral and all that. And that's the thing for me. You know, I want to create some crystal clear water in a great, you know, environment to live in. You know, where I would want to, I'd be a pimping ass fish. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit the flat screen over here with my, you know what I mean? In my tank. So that's why they got the little bubble coral over there, you know. But then we got the big boy, the zebra moray eel. That's my prize in this one, you know. So everybody is really there to support him. You know, I don't know if you can see it, but you know, I'd be more than happy to show you. But I just want to get on and just show y'all some support.
Show that eel, cuz.
Okay. So he's chilling right back over here in the corner. You know, there's the supporting crew, you know. Got the little mushrooms back there. You got some bubble, you know. I just added a couple of rocks over here, so I'm going to start, you know, escaping that a little bit. But he sits back here, you know. He's so chill. My kids can even feed him with by hand, you know.
Aww.
So, yeah, that's the chillest eel I've ever seen. And this is the
the everything tank.
It's the gumbo tank right here. You know, it's got everything, you know. And I was focused on decorations and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like you want to create this cool ambiance, you know, so when the lights go down and the blue lights come up,
Yeah.
you know, it does what you want it to do.
I like the fact that you started off with saying that you just aesthetically wanted something pleasing, because that's how you created your tank, and then you put the fish around that.
Right.
I think that's real interesting, because a lot of people go for, oh, I want this fish, and then put the aesthetics around it. You were like, I want a nice tank so that it works with my man cave. What are these fish doing in here?
Right. Yeah. So
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
That's all I got, because Uncle Andy in the house. Hey, kids, y'all listen to him. I know he's crazy. He got all that energy, but he knows best, and he's going to tell you what's best for you.
Right on.
This
Appreciate
right here,
that.
you know, it's a hobby, it's a responsibility, but it's so gratifying, you know, in the long run.
Yeah.
People come over all the time, and they're just like, "Oh my God, is that a starfish? Is that a?" And the conversations that it sparks, and you could just see people, you know, just see the lights going off, you know. So do it for you, do it to make your place better, you know, and that's what it's about, baby.
It's a Noah's Ark tank, 2 of this, 2 of that, integrated aquascaping. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I usually get them so they'll have a friend with them when they come in. You know what it's like being the new guy at school, you know.
Right. Man, I appreciate it. Cause hey, did you go get your measurements, man, for the wedding?
I have not. Thank you for
go get that tomorrow, man. We gotta have it in by Saturday. I gotta go get mine tomorrow too, or something. I gotta get it in.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, and when we go to
Art of Aquarium.
Art of Aquaria, I'll get you some red sea grapes. I'll bring you some red sea grapes for your tank.
Oh yeah.
That's how it works.
Right on.
Right on. Later, cuzzo.
Later.
Bye.
Boss Aquatics just made it in. The boss. You stand up, T?
My mama said.
My mama say, but my mama say.
My mama said alligators was so ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Guess what? Mama's wrong again. No, Cornel Sanders, you're wrong.
Oh. I'll holler at you, cuz.
All right, later.
What?
Bringing the boss up. Boss.
What's going on with you?
Boss.
Yeah.
All right, later. What?
Boss.
Which I got
Bringing
going
the boss up.
I'm working on this little green screen thing right here. I'm trying to get my green screen going.
You got your other YouTuber.
I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off.
All right. What's cracking, G?
What's good with y'all, man? hey, I ain't been on here in a minute.
Man, for real, man. You been busy, G.
I've been grinding, bro.
Hey, man. If y'all don't know Boss Aquatics, listen, students, the boss man is in Chicago, outside of Chicago, Illinois, in the Quad City, baby. That he's doing some big things, man. Just got him a 1,000-gallon pond he been playing with, trying to get it right. Trying to get it right,
pond, man. That's all I've been working on. I ain't got time to do nothing else right now. Working on the pond every day,
dude. Man, your layout is sick, man. When I get down there in October, I'm gonna try. I really want to get down there sooner than that, because I just gotta walk through your joint, man. That is a serious.
Yeah, but for Aquashella.
Yeah. Aquashella be in Chicago in October, Dallas in August. Yeah. You hitting another one or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit all of them this year, man. If everything work out,
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit them all, man. But hopefully, you can come down here, and then we can drive back up to Chicago for Aquashella. Come like a day early or something like that.
That'll definitely. I can make that happen. I can make that
saying?
happen. Boss got 4 pools and can't swim in any of them. Shaking my head.
No. I got a 500 I'm working on here too.
You got a what?
I got a 500 gallon I'm finna start working on.
This dude don't play around, man. He does not play around, y'all. All right, so I asked you to come up, man, because my students, I'm giving those tanks away to the students, man. And I just wanted everybody who's been in fish keeping that rock with me, man, come on up here and give a little tip of wisdom for a beginning fish keeper. And for someone like you, you're not beginning anymore. But let's see what you got for them.
Man, really just main thing is just making sure you're doing what you love. That's number one. If you get into the hobby, plus tanks, don't do that. Start off with a few tanks, master that tank first. Get some fish that are easy to take care of, easy to keep up with. Work on your maintenance. Just try different things. But main thing is just loving the hobby. Don't do too much, because once you start doing too much, you can lose sight and lose passion for the hobby. So my main advice is just loving what you do, man. And start with some easy fish. Maybe try to breed something that might keep you interested in it, or maybe try some plants, or maybe try whatever, try different things that you're going to find interest in. That's what's going to keep you going into the hobby, instead of just setting up a tank and like, oh, I got some fish. And then, a month later, you're not even interested in no more. So just, take your time with it and just enjoy the process, really.
True words haven't been spoken. The boy said that stuff so smooth, don't he?
That's how I keep going, like with having what I got. That's why I'm at the point now where I'm trying to downsize a little bit, so that way I can enjoy what I got going on more, instead of just having a bunch of tanks. You gotta love what you're doing. You gotta enjoy it. That's what's gonna keep you into the game.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
I like the fact that you said start off with something where you can actually work with it to start off with. So what's your list of easy fish? Because I was able to get betas for them, I believe, and possibly some guppies. Currently in the classroom, I have rasboras, and I just got some leopard danios that they could pick from. So what do you consider an easy fish to start with?
I mean, mainly all community fish, I like doing the community tanks because you can mix and match and get some different colors and different variety of fish. So, like communities like Carbensis, the good thing about Carbensis, you'll get the color, you get the peaceful fish, and you'll be able to breed them at the same time. So you got a lot involved there. Angelfish, you can never go wrong with some angelfish. Any type of like tetras, barbs, gouramis, all those fish are like nice community style fish that don't get too big, easy to maintain. They can deal with a lot of different fluctuations with water parameters and things like that for like new people who don't keep up with their maintenance or might slip a week here on water change. All those fish can kind of like go through pretty much all the ups and downs of keeping a brand new tank. So, just the main community fish, bedders are nice, obviously bedders are nice, but bedders can get boring for some people. So if you get better after a while, upgrade and you can always get fish that go with bedders. Like I got a bedder with some tetras. You can throw some tetras in with a bedder, or maybe some Cory cats or things like that to kind of bring some variety to your tank. So just the main common stuff.
And you know what? I think it's super cool because that you said that, because with them starting off, I wanted them to get their water together, know where the sponge filter goes and how to do this, make sure the substrate is where it is, and just have them something aesthetically pleasing with the fish in it. So, the bettas are what I was able to get. Hillbilly Aquatic, shout out to him. He's supposed to be overnighting bettas and some guppies just in case. Shout out to Steve Coxton from Mozzie, Missouri Aquarium Society. He gave me 10 leopard Daniels. I never had any Daniels before, so they're in there with my Rasboras, and they are off the chain. They never stop moving. So I love the way that you said that. Betta's too boring because it doesn't move as much. You got Daniels who never stop moving, so that's also good.
I would encourage them to try a little bit of a deeper substrate maybe, and try some plants in there that'll help keep the maintenance in the tanks down. Keep the water quality up like that. Especially if you first get into the hobby, because you really don't know what you're doing. So if you can throw some live plants in there, like some easy low lights or like some crypts or some ferns or different things like that, some anubias, those type of plants, that help, with the cycle of the tank and keep the nitrates and the ammonia, all that stuff levels together while you trying to figure out what you're doing.
Right. Now I hope Danny's not watching, because everybody was telling me, give them some live plants, and I was like, I don't want that to go wrong, and then they do this, or they see that there's an algae bloom and they think they messed up. I just wanted them to have the fish with an overfiltration and have them change water and make sure they pick a day out of the week and get it straight. Conditioner, change the water. So that's what I wanted, to make it as easy as possible and then work them through it. Here's my plan. They're freshmen, for most of them. As a freshman, they come in, they got excited about seeing the tanks in my room. They get a tank, right? They get a tank with a single fish, real simple, all right? They can keep that fish over the summer and prove to me that they really are into this thing and they're in it to win it. They come in their sophomore year, I get them either a bigger tank or better fish. They come in their junior year, we just keep it popping, all right? Then hopefully they just become full-fledged fish keepers.
Yeah, they just take over and just start coming in. Hey, I got this, I did this. Start researching other things. And get.
That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. So if once it hits them and they figure like, yo, I like this. This is what's up, and I got them started with it. That makes my heart feel good, man. I've been through a lot this year, man. I need something to make me smile, and this is it, y'all.
Yeah, and there's a lot of young kids, coming from different situations. They go through a lot of things at home and traumatic things. So this can be a therapeutic thing for them too, to where they can zone out from any issues they got going on. They can just lock in on their tank and, get educated.
That and weed. You smoke a lot of weed, man. And you know what? It's crazy because I was like, yeah, man, I got to smoke all this weed, man, because these teachers are getting on my nerves. Well, what do you think teachers are doing? Some of them.
Right. They gotta wind down from dealing with y'all all day too.
You guys got more in common than you think. Man, but it is aesthetically pleasing. It is a de-stressor. And you're right. Man. Some of these kids need a little responsibility, something that they could call their own, because who knows what they're going through at the crib. You know what I'm saying? They come in looking already beat down, and it's just, well, some of them are playing games till 1 o'clock in the morning, but some of them actually have some straight up responsibilities that a 14 or 15-year-old shouldn't have.
Exactly. They taking care of the kids, and you never know what people are dealing with.
Yeah.
So they can build
for them to go to their room and see their tank and something that they can control. Might be the key.
Definitely is a good thing to have, man. That's what got me into the hobby. Just being locked in, dealing with personal stuff, and just lock in with the tanks. The tanks ain't gonna do you wrong. They ain't gonna talk back to you. They ain't gonna they ain't gonna do you wrong. So
right.
They'll take care of you.
You ain't got to worry about walking it or messing in your mama's bed or her flying in it or stepping in it. You'll be good to go.
Facts.
Man, I appreciate it, boss. Thank you for coming up. I know you had things to do. I'm glad you was able to stop in, bro.
I had to hop in, man. I always gotta show love, man. Boss love the kids, so I got anything I can do to try to inspire the next generation to keep going, because the youth is where it's at. If we can keep the youth going, it's gonna keep the high. So we got to keep it going.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, bro. I got some more cats backstage. We're gonna bring them through.
All right.
Thanks, G.
I'll holler at y'all.
Peace out.
Mm-hmm.
Another easy fish would be platies. Platies, nice variety of colors also.
Yeah. We got Mexicali Fish Keeper in this thing. What's cracking,
Hey,
George?
how's it going, guys?
How you doing, man?
Jay, Gina,
Hey.
how are you guys doing?
Man,
Doing good.
gravy, bro. Glad you were able to jump in here, man. I don't know, Jenna, if you saw the stream, man. We put Mexicali in the middle. Aquafunk was on one side, I was on the side. Just berating them with questions. Funk had fish questions. I had hot spotters. You already know I do. You already know I do.
I'll have to go back and rewatch it.
Kelly, what's cracking, man?
Oh, not much. I've been watching your stream. Well, actually, I had to step away a little bit because I was talking to my wife. But
Yeah.
as soon as I got done, I jumped on here. But yeah, I'm really excited about what you're doing. I do think it's very good for the students to be able to get involved. And I haven't shared this with anybody, but I worked for a school district a few years back. I started out doing security for the school, and the principal there that I was working with, that actually hired me on as security for the continuation school that I was working at, encouraged me to get my emergency credentials. So with her help and taking some of the tests, stuff like that, I was able to do that and did the transition from being out in the yard, being the monitor at school, to actually being in the classroom. And one of the things that I did take away from there is that a lot of these kids that I was dealing with were the kids that weren't able to adjust to a regular high school, so they were sent to the continuation. I don't know if you have a similar program there in St. Louis, but it's like their second chance to be able to get their high school done. And one of the things that the principal there, Miss Morale, encouraged me to do was to try to do some activities for the kids, because they would only go to school for a half day. They would get released at 12 o'clock, and we were noticing that a lot of these kids were getting in trouble from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock till parents were coming home from work. So one of the things we did was we just had some after-school sport activities that I was kind of coordinating with some of the other teachers. And just that participation and noticing that, we were looking at them as more than just students, and we're hanging out with them and kind of being mentors in a way. A lot of the behavior started changing, and we noticed that attendance, funny enough, started improving. And so I can relate to what you're trying to do. It gives them something to look forward to come to the school. If they have classmates that are being involved with the fish keeping, it kind of gives them something to bond over and talk. So I really do think that it's a great program. Hopefully you can make this where eventually becomes like either a club for the school or something where they can get a little bit of extra credit for your students.
Sure. And I haven't told them that, but I am also have been asked to teach ecology next year, which is right up the alley. And the principal was thinking about me and Fishy Biz Aquatics, and he was like, you know what? This might be an even better lane for you to put your fish curriculum in and probably reach more students. So not only do I want them to get into fish keeping, they may have to for their grade get to know plants and fish and how they cohabitate, because ecology, is the study of living organisms in their environment. So,
so you could recreate a little ecosystem within their tank.
Exactly.
So, but I know you wanted me to come up here for some advice or tips.
Sure.
The only thing I can tell your students is that doing this hobby, when you first start out, you're going to have losses. That's part of the learning process, and it's normal. We've all had them. None of us have started and never had a fish die on us, whether it's because of maybe negligence or just because some fish genetically are not healthy. And it's okay. That's what I want to tell you. It's okay if you lose a fish. That's normal. I can guarantee you everybody that's watching this, that's kept fish for any period of time, has gone through that process. And it shouldn't be something that discourages you from trying and continue to do this. I think it's something that you're going to learn from. And also, what's important is to try to figure out maybe if it was something because your parameters weren't where they were supposed to be. And that's a learning tool. It makes you understand that you got to make sure that you maintain good water quality for these fish. And then, once you learn how to manage that, there's other things you can incorporate to help you keep a balanced tank. So if any advice that I can give you is that don't be discouraged if you lose your fish. That's very normal, especially because I know that you provided your students with betas. Some betas are prone to get tumors and stuff like that, and that's just something that's out of your control. That's not something that has to do with what you were doing. It's just part of the genetics of those fish. So
that's a very important point that we've talked about losing fish. We didn't talk about how you could lose them. You could be doing things perfect, and these fish have been genetically bred that they just don't last. They're not built to last sometimes. So I think that's very important. Now, I love that piece. I love that part about it because for those who were paying attention in biology, we talked about genetics, but we didn't really get into the lineage of how those genes could how they could actually breed a terrible gene into a species, and how that could affect. So appreciate that, Mexicali. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you. We got Scuba Steve-O in the back. See you, George.
Bye.
Bye.
Scuba Steve-O in this thing.
Hey.
How's it going? What's up, everybody? Can y'all hear me?
What's cracking? We can hear you, bro.
All right, that's what's up. What's up?
My God. Hey, look, Steve came up to me, man, in Aquashella in Florida, and he was like, "You like 11s? What about these?" I was like, "Oh snap! He got the Concords on." Look,
I don't want to show too much because
he's showing out. Look at him go. Yeah, we in there.
This is a little sneak peek.
We in there.
This is fish talk time though. But I just came up here to tell the kids, man. Just
here, hold on. Let me get you right in center. Let me go tell the kids what. Let them know.
Yeah, just take it easy. Take your time and use Google. Google is a big thing I use. Like, you'll be in the pet shop and they'll sell you a common pleco for your 5-gallon fish tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had so many fish. Well, not everybody, but most people. You do have your people that's like, what size tank you got? I can't say this if you got not enough big tank, you know what I mean? But it's just like, do your research and take your time and be patient with everything. And you'll be friends with this right here.
Right on.
And get you one of these.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Now we rocking.
But yeah, just take your time and do your research, and then you'll end up having tanks everywhere. Where is it?
That's that MTA.
Yeah. Multi-tank addiction.
It is.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It ain't
is.
no joke.
Yeah. Man, thanks, Scuba Steve-O. You owe me a hot spot, bro.
Oh yeah, you owe me one. But yeah, just Google it, man. Like, see what fish can go with what, and you know what I'm saying. And like he was saying about the genetic things, like I breed African cichlid that I just showed you all my babies over here. Oh, you don't want to breed them too much, because slowly you keep breeding them, and then the genetics get weaker and weaker the more you breed. So you just get you a pair and then breed them, and then find you a new pair from someone else. That's all I really got.
Man, Steve.
And when you do your water changes, make sure your temperature is in close. You don't want to put your fish in shock and put too cold water in your hot water, or your hot water in your cold water tanks and all that. Yeah, you just got to get it right.
Very important.
But yeah, just match them temperatures when you do your water change is another big one I got.
Scuba Steve, man.
Scuba Steve.
Thanks, bro.
All right, thanks for having me.
Hey, man, email me again so we can hook up, man. I need another hot spot anyway, unless you're available next Monday. You want to just
For sure.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Whatever.
Let's get it.
I quit my job and all that, so I just been chilling. I've been feeling sick. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I've been feeling bad.
a
So
little bit, man.
I wasn't gonna come up here, but I just was like, why not?
Yeah,
come up
man.
here
We
real quick.
appreciate you. Well, we hope you feel better too, G.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, let me know how everything's going. All right.
All right, peace.
Be peaceful. Man, look at Danikin, Kenny E. We rolling on 2 hours on this stream, but it's been super informative, and it's for the students. F the kids.
F those kids.
Hashtag F those kids, man. But this has been so informative. I actually think this live stream can help quite a few people out that's beginning. I'm so glad. You know what? Stuff just comes to me, Gina. I'm not even a planner. I just kind of like, even with this whole let's get kids tanks. I don't even know what I just said it because the kid was like, "Can I have that tank?" Yeah. Do you know what to do with it? No. But can I have it? Yeah, as long as you know what to do with it. Well, I'm not sure what to do with it. And that just led to this, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got this great community behind you to help out.
Yeah, this is love, bro. I love all of this. This has been a great night in live streaming.
Yeah.
Great night in live streaming. I do like this too.
I see under interests you've written debit.
No, that's the butt. The butt. Yeah. And also I like tennis.
Good.
And also I like tennis.
Oh my gosh.
The tennis thing, dog. I also like tennis. Oh, I wish I had a teacher as cool as Biz. Maybe I wouldn't have dropped out. Hey, you know what? We all got to find our way, man. We all got to go through that journey, man.
Yeah.
Got to go through that journey. So look, man. Gina, thank you for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. You already know everybody loves to see that face with those glasses on it. I really appreciate you. And thank you to everybody. Oh, Kim, if she's still in here, a special shout out to you. I want to show you this next video, bro. This next video that I come out with. I wanted to bring it out today, but I had posted a lot of stuff on today. This next video that I come out with is going to show the students grabbing all the stuff that you grabbed out of your house and gave to me, all the stuff that you went and grabbed out of your basement and gave to me. I had a front seat and trunk full of stuff from Kim Paris that she just gave to these students, and they are using it like they've never seen anything before. They have already aquascaped. They use those pretty rocks in that cylinder. Kim, if you're still here, say something. I don't want to just be saying this, but yeah, they use the pretty fancy rocks, the substrate that you gave, all of the decor that you gave with the plants, and it was really cool to see them just kind of just use what you've already had before, and it's just new to them, and they just loved it. They loved it. I had to go out and buy some pink and green and blue rocks. They was like, "Hey, you ran out of blue rocks. You gave them all the blue rocks." I was like, "What? They was like first, second, and third period. You're fifth and sixth. They just came and ran through it."
For shame.
Thank you, Kenny E. Appreciate it. What up, Biz? You going to the Triple Crown? I am not.
What?
I am not.
How dare you?
I know, right?
How dare
it's
you?
Coming up. What is it? Was it June or July?
End of July. Last weekend in July.
The last weekend in July?
Yeah.
Actually, that might be doable.
Do it. You said you were. I was counting on you. I was counting on telling you, Diane, and Danny piggybacking on socializing, so I'm such an antisocial nerd.
That's what's up. Casual was cracking, man. Look, Kim, bigger and better next year. I'm here for it, man. And that's another thing, man. For this to be just off my dome to just do, and I only had 2 weeks to do it. You guys really kicked in for me, man. I didn't know it. at first it started off with 3 students. I was like, yeah, I got 3 tanks. That's not a problem. I'll just go ahead and see if I can, get some stuff. And then everybody started chipping in and coming through, and 3 students turned to 7, and 7 students turned to 13, and oh my goodness. So I can just only imagine if I start this thing from the beginning and know what my focus is and know where I want it to be and see the success after this year, we could rock. We could definitely rock. Look at Brown Brotherfly. He wants to go to Triple Crown. We'll ride down there together. It looks like I'm going, you guys.
Road trip.
I'm going.
Do it. Danny said, says the lady who's been on every stream for the last month. You know what? It's different. Streams are different, okay?
Hippie John, man. I think I've taken up a lot of time, man. I appreciate it. It's July 27th to the 31st. So yeah, man, I'm putting it on the calendar. I got to rock out. Triple Crown, we coming. We coming.
Yes.
We're coming. All right, we're going to do it. Thank you for everybody who came up and gave your words of wisdom. Like I said, I am going to probably put this on because my students have finished their finals, so they're just going to be looking at me for an hour and 30. I am going to put everybody on so they can get some of these tips, and I'll probably give them a little extra credit just for making sure that they take heed and start signing up and subbing up and doing everything that they need to do so they can get some great information, see some great tanks and some good videos, man, straight up. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you all very much. Gina, I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
They're thebomb.com. And everybody that came up, thank you all so much, man. You all have a great evening. And as always, the best stuff is the wet stuff. I don't know what Danny was talking about. And the wet stuff is the best stuff. You already know. Monday night, Scuba Steve-O's in the hot spot. We bike. We are bike.
Yep.
Yes. All right. And I'm going to leave you guys out of here the way that I brought you in here. Let's go.